In an effort to protect her husband, Louis Rulas, from her other cast members on Real Housewives of New Jersey, Teresa Giudice insists that he is her rock. There have been allegations that he has been bringing her down and that he has not been a nice person for the mother of four. There is no doubt that she is not paying attention to the chit-chat. At this moment, she is in the defensive mindset, and she is letting the other women know exactly how she thinks about her husband from her perspective. Continue reading for further information. Following Joe Giudice's incarceration, Teresa Giudice found herself in a difficult situation. The transition was not an easy one. She was still accustomed to having a family, despite the fact that they had experienced a lot of highs and lows, and that she had been incarcerated for a year. After he had been absent for a number of years, she began to notice that they had become more distant from one another. She found Louis Rulas after they had divorced and separated from one another. They began to construct a life together and were in what they referred to as their love bubble. The unfortunate reality was that there were aspects of his history that were less than desirable, and it seemed as though he was not everything that she had hoped he would be. The connections that Louis had with his former partners were fraught with tension, and his businesses did not fare as well as he had claimed they would. In spite of this, they went ahead and were married. However, the promo for this season contains a lot of hints about their romantic relationship. It would appear that he has emptied her of all of her financial resources, and she is not as content with him as she was in the past. Teresa, on the other hand, is vehemently denying all of this and insisting that he is not using her in any way that could be considered insulting. According to Entertainment Tonight, Teresa Giudice has revealed that the most significant issue is that some of her co-stars do not have any negative information about her. Because of this, they have launched an attack against Louise. All of these are lies that they are spreading throughout the world. Because they have nothing against me, they are attempting to cause harm to the person who is closest to me, which is my spouse, and they believe that he is my weak link. Do you know what I mean? In no way is he my weak link. This man is my rock. Furthermore, she mentioned that a great deal is revealed in the 14th season, and in order to divert attention away from that, she and Louis have become pawns. A great deal of things are going to be revealed in this season, and all of my fellow cast members are terrified. Now, they are attempting to spread these other false narratives in an effort to make me appear to be a bad person because a great deal of other things are going to come to light, but I am bringing facts to light. Emerging relationships and partnerships. One of the most challenging aspects of season 14 was the fact that the cast was so divided. In Andy Cohen's opinion, there is no possibility of this happening in the future. On the other hand, there was one friendship that became established, and that was between Jackie Goldschneider and Teresa Giudice. Many people feel that Jackie's need for greater TV time is the reason for this, but this theory has been called into question. Teresa is of the opinion that she and Jackie were never given the opportunity to develop a genuine friendship, and now that they have, it has turned out to be a wonderful experience. Everyone is putting out this narrative out there that they think we are being fake friends, but we are not. There was never a potential for our relationship to develop into something more. Our husbands are friendly with one another and seem to get along well. Because of that, I have the impression that our friendship is going to continue to develop. In conclusion, Teresa asserts that Louis Rulas is the one who stole her money, despite the fact that she alleges that it was the other way around. She does, in fact, steal his money, but it is only a matter of time before the truth about that is brought to light. Do you believe what Teresa has to say, or does she feel the need to defend her marriage on a consistent basis? Teresa Giudice is no stranger to standing her ground, especially when it comes to family. After years of turbulence in her personal life, public feuds, prison sentences, and a highly publicized divorce, the Real Housewives of New Jersey star has finally found her peace with husband Louis Rulas. But that peace is being tested, as Teresa is once again caught in the middle of a storm on Bravo's hit reality series. This time, it's not her behavior under fire, but Louis'. And Teresa, she's not backing down. The episode that sparked it all. On a recent episode of RHONJ, tensions reached a boiling point when several cast members openly questioned Louis' intentions during a heated dinner scene. Margaret Josephs, Melissa Gorga, and newcomer Danielle Cabral raised eyebrows about Louis' involvement in Teresa's business ventures and his sometimes too intense approach with her family. Melissa, never one to bite her tongue, leaned in with a pointed jab. "Teresa, we all want you to be happy, but sometimes Louis comes off as controlling. You don't see it." Teresa's face immediately stiffened. She adjusted her napkin on her lap, her eyes flashing with that familiar Giudice fire. "My husband is my rock," she shot back. "He's been nothing but supportive. Don't twist things because you're jealous." The tension was palpable. Even the cameras seemed to zoom closer, capturing every flicker of rage, confusion, and defiance across the table. A pattern of criticism. This isn't the first time Louis has been at the center of drama. From rumors about his past relationships to accusations of being too involved in Teresa's feuds, Louis has quickly become one of the most polarizing figures in RHONJ history. But Teresa insists fans and co-stars are misjudging him. To her, Louis is the man who helped her rebuild after years of chaos. "I've been through hell and back," Teresa said in a confessional. "When I met Louis, he showed me what real love looks like. He's not just my husband, he's my protector, my rock, and I don't care what anyone else says." Standing firm. At a recent group event filmed for the show, a charity gala held at an upscale Jersey venue, the drama reignited. Teresa, dressed in a glittering silver gown, stood at Louis' side as the cast mingled. Cameras caught Margaret whispering to Dolores Catania, clearly throwing shade in Louis' direction. Teresa wasn't having it. "Margaret, I see you talking," Teresa snapped across the table during dinner. "If you have something to say about my husband, say it to me. Don't whisper like a little girl." Margaret rolled her eyes, replying, "Teresa, you're blinded. We're just worried you're putting all your eggs in Louis' basket." But Teresa doubled down, her voice rising with conviction. "Louis is my partner, my everything. He's the one person who stood by me when everyone else was tearing me down. None of you have the right to question him." The room went silent, broken only by the clinking of glasses and the shifting of uncomfortable chairs. Fans react. As the episode aired, social media lit up with divided opinions. On Twitter, one fan wrote, "Say what you want about Teresa, but she rides for her man. That loyalty is unmatched." Another was less forgiving. "Teresa is delusional. Louis gives me bad vibes. Everyone sees it but her." Instagram comment sections were flooded with debates, with some fans praising Teresa's devotion and others calling it blind loyalty. "Teresa calling Louis her rock makes me cringe," one commenter posted. "Rock sink, honey." Meanwhile, her diehard supporters rallied in her defense. "She finally found happiness after everything she's been through. Let her live." Teresa's public defense. Off-screen, Teresa has continued to defend Louis against criticism. During an appearance on Watch What Happens Live, Andy Cohen asked her point-blank if she worried about Louis' image. "Absolutely not," Teresa responded confidently. "People love to drag him because they can't drag me anymore. Louis has a good heart. He's been amazing to me and my girls. He's my safe place, my rock." Andy raised an eyebrow, probing further. "So you don't think you're blinded by love?" Teresa smirked, tossing her long hair over her shoulder. "Blinded? No. Blessed? Yes." Family dynamics. Perhaps the most complicated part of Louis' presence in Teresa's life is how he fits into the fractured family dynamics between Teresa and her brother Joe Gorga. While Joe has voiced his skepticism about Louis on and off camera, Teresa has made it clear that her husband comes first. In one particularly emotional scene, Giudice was seen reassuring her mother. "Mom, people just don't know Louis the way we do. He's been there for us girls in ways Dad couldn't be. Don't let the negativity get to you." Teresa hugged her daughter tightly, tears threatening to spill. "Exactly, Gia. Louis stepped up when we needed him most. That's why he's my rock." Critics call it a dangerous blind spot. Not everyone is convinced Teresa's unwavering support is admirable. Relationship experts and Bravo bloggers alike have chimed in, suggesting Teresa's fierce loyalty might blind her to red flags. She has a history of defending toxic relationships, one columnist wrote. Her loyalty is both her greatest strength and her greatest weakness. Others argue that Teresa is simply tired of being scrutinized and is fighting to control her own narrative. After years of public embarrassment, Teresa finally found someone who treats her like a queen. She's not about to let her castmates ruin it, a Bravo insider revealed. A love story or a battle line? For Teresa, Louis isn't just a husband. He's a symbol of survival and renewal. After losing her parents, going through prison, and enduring a messy divorce from Joe Giudice, she's determined to hold onto the peace Louis represents. "Louis came into my life when I was broken," Teresa confessed during a recent Bravo after show. "He picked me up, he made me believe in love again. He's not perfect, but he's perfect for me. That's why he's my rock." But in defending him so fiercely, Teresa may be drawing battle lines deeper than ever with her co-stars, and even with her family. The future of RHONJ. As RHONJ heads toward its next reunion special, fans are already buzzing about the inevitable showdown. Andy Cohen is expected to grill Teresa on her unwavering defense of Louis, and insiders suggest the reunion could be one of the most explosive yet. For now, Teresa seems unfazed. In a recent Instagram post, she shared a romantic photo with Louis at the beach, captioned, "When you know my rock, my soulmate, my forever." The comments, as always, were split. Some sent heart emojis, while others rolled their eyes. But for Teresa Giudice, the only opinion that matters is her own. Because if there's one thing the RHONJ OG has made clear, it's this: her loyalty runs deep, and when it comes to her husband, she'll defend him against anyone, even her closest friends and family. And in Teresa's world, that loyalty isn't weakness, it's love.